if you want to captivate the attention of every person that you interact with or date, then watch this video. If you don't, then goodbye now. A lot of the things I'm going to be discussing are inspired from The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Great book. If you haven't read it, would recommend. The first thing you gotta focus on if you want somebody to like you is you have to get them to start talking. In most cases, when you leave a date, you would say it was a good date if you were doing most of the talking. And the person that was asking most of the questions might have said, well, I wish the person I was on a date with was a little bit more curious. I wish they asked me more about me. So if you want somebody to like you, ask them questions about themselves. Be curious. Something that I think is a little bit underrated is genuinely listening to people speak. Don't think about the next thing that you want to say. Think about what they are telling you. Listen to them actively, and then let the conversation flow naturally by asking questions that relate to the thing that they just said. Don't switch conversations. Don't talk about football and then talk about inorganic chemistry. Do not transition drastically like that. You want conversations to flow like a river, smoothly. And this can be achieved by listening to what the other person is saying. Because a lot of the times I feel like we are all just way too in our heads and we're constantly thinking about, oh my God, what should I talk to them about next? Stop doing that. Just listen to what they're saying and then ask them questions about the things that they are mentioning to you. So yeah, genuinely be curious. If I think back to some of the best dates I've ever been on, they were with guys who were curious, guys who asked lots of questions. I don't want to pump my own tires, but I think that I leave a good first impression on people. And I attribute that impression that people have of me to the fact that I am very curious. I am constantly asking questions. Not tell me about yourself. Like, I go deeper than that. I want to know what inspires you. What do you want your future to look like? What things bring you joy? Get to know the person in front of you. And while you're doing that, you can also figure out, do you even like them? And as you're doing that, they're going to be really liking you because you got them to open up. You got them to talk about the things that they like to talk about, the things that inspire them. So they're going to feel connected to you. They're going to feel emotionally attached to you right off the bat. Another thing you got to do is learn to hold eye contact. If you are trying to engage with somebody and leave an outstanding impression on them, you have to captivate their attention. Look at them. You don't need to look away all the time. Hold that eye contact. Talk slowly. Allow silence to enter the room. You don't always have to be saying something. If you are constantly talking, and this is something that took me my entire life to learn, you kind of look way too eager, almost desperate. So you can let silence enter the room. And if you are comfortable in the silence, that also shows that you're confident. You're not in a rush to get anywhere or in a rush to have any conversation, which also continues to allow the conversation to flow naturally. People get connected to other people when they feel vulnerable. So when you hold eye contact with somebody, they feel a little bit uneasy. But that feeling of uneasiness is not necessarily bad. It's going to make them curious about you. It's going to provoke their interest. This is almost a little bit toxic, but something I like to do is compliment people. I don't think people get complimented that often, so if you want people to like you, if you want to leave a good impression on somebody, tell them things that you like about them. It doesn't need to come off too strong though. Like, you could probably do this in a bad way. It has to be casual. How I would do this is if somebody was telling me about how they're a teacher, I might say, well, honestly, I could see that. The way you speak just lights up the room and you seem to have a genuine curiosity for learning new things. And I think that's so cool. And I'm sure that really helps when you're in the workforce as a teacher. So relate your compliments to something that they told you so it feels natural. You don't want to just start being like, oh my God, I love your hair, I love your skin, I love your eyes, you're the prettiest girl I've ever seen in my life. No, 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 no. If somebody says, oh, I play soccer, you transition the compliment here and say, oh, I could tell, like, you look very athletic. That makes sense that you play soccer in the women's league because you look extremely athletic. So never cold call a compliment. Let compliments flow naturally in the conversation. When somebody is telling you something about themselves, it's always good to just say, yeah, that makes sense. Agree with them. You have this quality about you, which makes me think that that makes sense that that's your job. Or it makes sense that you work out. This one is also a tiny bit toxic. Be a little bit unpredictable. Your time is extremely valuable. Don't give it away for free. If somebody texts you immediately, you don't always need to reply. I mean, if you actually are doing nothing, then yeah, answer that text message. But if you're at work doing something important, it can wait. That builds respect. If you are always there at anybody's beckoning call, they're not going to respect you. Respect your own time, and it's going to make other people respect you. And that respect is also going to make people very interested and intrigued by you. Because people want things that not everybody has, and people are intrigued by things and traits that not every single person displays. So if you are displaying all these traits of confidence, self-respect, and eagerness, discipline, that person is going to get even more intrigued by you. They're going to want to listen to you. They're going to want to talk to you. They're going to be thinking about you. So I think it's okay to have contrast in your personality. So I've had people comment on the fact in my life how I can be a little bit volatile and unpredictable. But I think my personality contrasts make me very interesting. I think when people are always the same, it's a little bit boring. So it's okay to have different personalities. For example, you could have a personality that you show everybody while you're at work, but a personality that completely changes when you and your friends go out to the bar. That's okay. That's cool. It's cool that you're able to act in multiple ways with different people. It shows that you're adaptable. It shows that you are an interesting person that has different components about themselves. That is intriguing. This one is crazy. And I feel like it could be used in a more manipulative sense, so don't do that. But keep your intentions ambiguous sometimes. You don't always need to be straight to the point, because if you're a little bit ambiguous, it allows for that other person to fill in the gaps. So they're gonna have to think about you. For example, if somebody told you, or asked you, are you looking for a relationship? You don't need to say yes or no. You could say, well, it depends on if I meet the right person. So then that person might think, oh, well, I could be that for you, right? You see, now they're intrigued. Now they want to get to know you more. Now they want to see if they could be that person for you. Instead, if you were like, yes, I really hope to get a relationship out of this, that puts a lot of pressure on the situation, and it could cause somebody to back off and feel a little bit scared or overwhelmed. All people want in this life is to be seen and feel understood. So create environments of safety while you are with somebody. Don't judge anyone. If you are judgmental, it is not going to make that person like you. Create a safe space. That person could literally share anything with you. In that moment, do not judge that person. Digest what they're saying and then try to understand where they're coming from. That is the most attractive trait literally ever, is just creating a safe space to share the good components of yourself and the bad. Share it all. And I think that's the key to allowing people to feel comfortable around you, is getting them to share things about themselves and getting them to feel comfortable. So something I always do if I want to get to know something about somebody, let's say it's something that's a little bit more vulnerable, right? I will be vulnerable first. So if I want to know if somebody has relationship trauma, maybe I will not share all the details, but I might share a sad story that is vulnerable of me to share from my past. Because if I open up, that will cause that other person to see that, oh wow, this is a safe space. I can share my secrets with this person if they're willing to share their secrets with me. So never interrogate somebody. If you want to know something about somebody else, either start by talking about yourself first and then integrating that into them allowing themselves to share their secrets with you. Or you could also, and I learned this by that CIA interrogator guy that's on YouTube, he says never ask questions, rather state points. So you could say, I bet you make a lot of money. You didn't ask that person, how much money did you make? Because that's like, whoa, I don't want to tell you how much money I make. If you say, oh, I bet you make a lot of money. Or if you say, I heard the CEO at your company makes 100 grand a year. Then he might say, oh, that's crazy that the CEO makes 100 grand when I make 120 and my position is below him. Now they're not answering a question, they're correcting you, which makes people feel more inclined to actually tell you stuff if they don't feel like they're being attacked. I thought that was crazy. When I heard that, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna use that tactic all the time. And I do, and it works. Genuinely, people are telling me things about themselves that I don't want to know all the time. And I'm like, God, why did I have to learn this? But it's honestly, it's great. This point kind of goes back to the point where I was saying you don't always need to text back within 30 seconds, is you don't always need to be available. If somebody wants to take you on a date, you don't have to agree to the first time and place. Rather, you could say, well, no, that actually doesn't work for me. What about this day? Now you're in control. Now you've also shown them that you are, yes, excited to go on a date with them, but you're not just going to go on a date at any time, any place, anywhere. That's giving desperate. Show them that you have your own life and you are, yes, willing to integrate them into it, but you're not desperate for them. I mean, there is some personalities or some people that would want a desperate, insecure person, but let's not get into that. The last thing I want to talk about in this video is stay authentic. Be yourself. The only thing unique about you is the fact that you are you. Nobody is you. So show up as you are and people will be impacted by you because nobody is you. I think it's when people try to be somebody that they're not is when people don't like them or feel uncomfortable around that person. Because if you are showing up as your authentic self, then it's also going to create an environment for other people to want to be authentic and be themselves. And when somebody feels like they are just themselves around you, they end up really liking you. Because that's all anybody wants in this life, is to feel safe and feel seen. Yeah, and feel right at home. Love y'all. I'm sorry I haven't posted much this week. I literally had the craziest week ever with my research, but yeah, I hope this video was enjoyable, and if you made it this far, please make sure to leave a like, comment, save, and or subscribe to my channel. Love you all so much. Mwah. Have a great night.